Hello and welcome to our Close to My Heart Twisted Sisters YouTube hop. My name is Sandy Zimmer and I'm a Close to My Heart consultant maker from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada. Today I will be using the March-April 2022 seasonal caddy as well as our core caddy to show you some cool things. So I'm going to twist up this stamp set, the You Did It stamp set, and it has a grad cap and some books. And I'm going to take that grad cap and attach it to our Buddies and Besties stamp sets from our core catalog. So you will see here that it's attached to some books. I've gone ahead off camera and colored and fussy cut those out, as well as our Besties and Buddies. And I've attached the caps to the Buddies and Besties. So we have quite a variety of them, so you can choose which ones you like. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to build this card. So in our core catalog, you'll see the paper, which is the Noteworthy paper pack. I've used that for the background, and you can see it's got that red line on it. On my original, I used off to the side paper, so I had to draw in a new red line. So that's pretty easy peasy to do. And then you'll see in this catalog, there is also the All Day Everyday stamp set, which is primarily made for scrapbooking. But you can see here in the catalog, they show a little sample of some things that you can do. And this inspired me to create this card using it as my background as well. So I've gone ahead and I've used the Buildable Tags Thin Cut set, and I've gone ahead and cut out that tag. And next I'm going to take the All Day Everyday stamp set and stamp that currently on it. And I'm just going to show you how they added the color to the background there. So I'm using Papaya, and I'm using my ink dauber, and I'm just slowly adding some ink to the background there. And then I'm inking around the edges just for a little continuity. So this is pretty quick and easy to do, and we sell these daubers in our main catalog. And in the comments, I will go ahead and I will post all the products that I used. So here you can see that they used the enjoying on the side there, and I decided I wanted to use in the moment since it was for graduation. So I've gone ahead and I've stamped that on a little piece of white cardstock, and I've cut off the corners using my corner rounder, and I'm just adding some Papaya ink again to that. And I'm going to add it on to the side here. But before I do that, I'm going to use that stamp set and I'm going to create those lines. Okay, so you'll see that I've gone ahead and I've already put them onto that stamp, already onto my block. And I'm just going to go ahead and stamp those lines on there. Now, because I'm not looking directly over the stamp set, it was a little harder for me to line these up. So you'll see that that middle line becomes a little thick, but that's okay. I kind of work with it. I'm not too worried about it. So now that I've got that done, I've already off camera, I've stamped that documented with the Papaya ink on a piece of scratch paper. So you'll see that stamp there. And then I fussy cut that out. So there it is there. And again, I'm just going to use the sponge dauber with the Papaya ink on it just to get rid of any imperfections with my cutting or any of that white cardstock that's showing. So I'm going to just attach that to the bottom of my tag. And you'll see that's just what they did in the original there in the booklet. And they had some tags hanging off the side. And now it says all day, every day. Well, that doesn't really apply when we're doing graduation. So I'm going to change that up a little bit, and I'm just going to use just a clear tag. So I'm going ahead here and I'm dovetailing. So if you cut up the middle and then from each side to that middle, it's easy to create a dovetail. And I'm just attaching that in behind. And then I'm just taking my scissors and I'm just sort of cutting a little bit wider to create that tag that looks like it's swinging out from behind. Once again, I'm going to grab my Papaya ink and my sponge dauber, and I'm just going to ink around the edge. And off camera as well, I've already punched a couple of circles, and you could also use your die cuts to create these. I actually cut out 2 of them, and then I realized I only really needed the one big one. So you'll see that I don't use that second one. Okay, So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to attach that in the moments on the side there. And then I'm going to grab my journaling pen and I'm just going to do some doodling around the outside. So I'm just drawing some curved lines around this circle. And you'll see that I go around and I do that around my tag as well. Now I'm not super straight and I don't worry about that too much. It just adds to the look of the handmade card. And especially in this one, when it's for kids, it adds to the, I don't know, sort of the ambiance of the whole card. So when I go around that in the moments section there, I decide that I'm going to do some stitching. You'll see that I drew a little circle around where that reinforcement would go. The tag set does have a reinforcement on it, but I was too lazy to run it through my die cut just for that, so I just drew a circle around it. So now I'm attaching this little circle from behind. So I love the way that this sort of layers up and creates some fun dimension as it goes. And then I'm just going to attach it to my card base where I have used that noteworthy paper. And I'm going to grab my white twine and I'm just going to feed it through my tag. And I use my handy dandy little tweezers to help me with this. With my long nails, I find it a little hard to do. So our tweezers can be very helpful for a whole lot of different reasons. So here it's just helping me to thread that paper through that hole, and then I just cut off the excess. Okay, so now I'm just attaching that onto my noteworthy paper here that's on my card base. So see, it comes together pretty quickly and easily. Of course, as I said, I've already done these little people off camera, and so I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive to it. And for this one, I'm going to put the little boy on just so you can see the difference between the little boy and the little girl. I think they're so gosh darn cute. And then you'll also see that I stamped out this enjoying on papaya, and then I fussy cut it out, and I also did a little bit of sponging around the edge just to create a little bit of dimension on that one as well. I was going to put it over my thick line, and then I decided that I really liked it overlapping that circle that comes off the side. So I'm just getting my glue out of the way there so it's not showing up in my project. And I'm overlapping it over that line so that it looks like it's actually written on there. So there you can see my two cards side by side. I think they turned out pretty darn cute. Of course, you can add in, for my granddaughter in this case, kindergarten grad 2022, maybe the school name, maybe the student's name. And here's just the collection of the cute little buddies and besties. And of course, there's the stamp and then what it shows. So I hope you've enjoyed this little project. I think it is super gosh darn cute. I'd really appreciate it if you would like, subscribe, and share, and follow me on YouTube. And I hope that you will look down in the comments and follow the rest of our Twisted Sisters and all of their great little projects that they will share as well. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in a couple of months. Bye-bye.